Dave here. I'm with John Booy, Superintendent of the Potter's House. John, what is the most difficult lesson you've learned from the Lord?
There are a lot of lessons, and I'm not sure I can narrow it down to one. One lesson, I think, is to seek God for who He is and not what He can do for you, or even being your provider. Even in the midst of 32 years of living by faith and praying and working for 80% of our budget to come in, you can get so caught up in that, but that's not really what He wants you to be focusing on. You can be completely detached from God in that whole process, even though you're praying for provision. So one lesson is to focus on who God is and find your enjoyment from Him, and not even in a ministry that you might be doing that might be a great ministry like Potter's House. There's still, the relationship between you and God needs to be first. I think that's a primary lesson. Another lesson that was very difficult for me is I was always a little bit phobic about death. Funeral homes and things like that, even hospitals. In ministry, in a school like Potter's House, you just can't be afraid of those things. And so I had to force myself to, become comfortable with that. And one of the ways that happened was one of our founding teachers, after 15 years, developed cancer. And it involved bone cancer and liver cancer. And I knew that she was going to die. And part of me just wanted to run. But I knew that would be the most ridiculous thing I could do. But, and so I had to press into it, and I was probably with her every night for 4 months, right up to the very day that she died. And I think walking through death with somebody is one of the most significant, but it's also one of the most difficult experiences, because you have to go places within yourself that you didn't know were even there. And then wrestling with, why would this happen to somebody who's given up everything for this call that God's placed on her life? Why would this be, the reward? And so it was a lesson of, just coming to grips with death, coming to grips with things that don't go the way you planned, and still finding God, in the middle of it.